Friends, today I am going to show you how to create REST API in Oracle Cloud. So once you log into your account, you will get this type of a screen, and from there click on integrations. So once you click on integration, you will get this these many options, and from here first of all you need to create a REST connection. So to do that, click on connections. Then here, from this screen, here we have a button create. Click on create and then select the REST adapter. So select REST and then click on select. Here you can give any name, like I'll give REST API. So this is my adapter name which I'll be using, and the role is trigger. After that, click on create. So save it and test it. So test is successful. Now go back and I will show you how to create integration where I'll be using this test REST API. So this is the one which I have just created, which I'll be using in the integration. Click on integration and click on create, and from here you can you need to select app driven orchestration, then select. So you will get this screen, and here you need to give, like, what is your integration name. So I will write REST API. Identifier will come automatically, and the version will, you can change the version, but it comes by default. Optionally you can give all these informations also, but it's not mandatory, so I'm skipping this. Then click on create button. So I have this window. Now from here you need to select the REST adapter which which was created earlier. I'm going to select this one because this is the one which I had created, test REST API. I have selected this. So here we need to do configuration, like what do you want to call your endpoint. So I'll give like REST API, then click next, and from here provide the operation name. It's so few options are optional, but few are mandatory. So here it is asking the URI, so I will give like REST API. You can give any name. So this action is going to be get action, and from here you need to select the request and response type of parameters. Like I will select parameter and I need response, so I am selecting the response, these two checkbox. Now click on next. So here it's asking, like, the parameters name, so I will give the parameter. So for that, click on the plus button and give the parameter name like id, and here you need to set the data type of that particular input parameter. I'm going to set everything string here. Now click on plus button to provide one more parameter. Here I will give name, and this the data type I will select a string. So these two parameters which I have provided here, so these two will be used as an input when I will be calling this REST API. Now click on next. So here you see the operation name is default, the resource URI is test REST API, HTTP mode is get, and here you have select the response payload format. So since I'm going to call this REST API to the external system, and external system is expecting for the response. So this response may be in the XML format, or it may be any other like JSON format, binary format. So in my case, since I'll be using the schema, so I'm going to select XML schema here. Then I need to select browse the schema location. This is the schema which I have already created earlier just to use in this integration. So I have selected that schema which I had created earlier. Now click on the next button. So and then last click on done. So like this, the adapter is configured here. Now I'll show you how to pass the value and how to receive the response. So for that, this is the mapper, where you need to pass the input data. So I will show you how to do that. So this is, if you see here, if you expand this one, here we have two things. So because in the schema, the way I have created the schema, there I have given two things like imp id and imp name, and request. In the request also I have also created two parameters, see the query parameters. So this is the one which I have given during the configuration. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to map this id to this id, because this is going to be your request, see request, and this is going to be your response, and name I'm going to map with the imp name. So the thing is, like, whatever input you will be sending to this REST API, you will be getting the same response from this integration. Now validate, and once the validation is completed, close this. So my configuration is completed. So I have created adapter, I have created mapper file to send the request and to get the response. So friends, here you see error. So for that you need to activate the tracking. So for that, click on tracking, and you can select like ID and save it. This error is gone now. Now save it, close this. Now configuration is completed. So this is the REST API which I have created just now, and I'm going to test it. So to test, first of all we need to activate this. So once the activation is completed, the test button will be enabled. So if you see here, once the integration is active, you can use the endpoint, this one. So this is the one which I'm getting here. This endpoint we can use, like I will show you. Click on this. So you see, this is the endpoint. So this endpoint we can use to call this service. I'm copying this and I'll put in the browser, and I will show you how to send the request and how to get the response. So here you see ID is equal to in bracket. So here we'll pass the ID like 1 2 3 4, and name I will pass like I will pass like Shailendra. After that, click on this. It's asking the username and password. So I'll give my email ID. Okay. So if you notice here in the URI input ID, I had passed 1 2 3 4, and imp name I had passed Shailendra. This is the XML format which I am getting in the response. So friends, this is how we create a REST API in Oracle Cloud, and we can use the REST API. So friends, if you like my video, please click on the like button, share my video, and subscribe my channel to get the latest update. Thank you so much for watching my video.